Hello, good morning, Facebook. Good morning, everyone. Hi, welcome to day 517. I'm Tiffany Mathias, and we're going to be talking about imposter syndromes unmasked. So please, if you have it, get your Google journal, get a notebook, a pen, a pencil, open up the notes section of your mobile devices. We're going to dive in today and think about and analyze these imposter syndromes that we have happening with us in our world here today. So yes, please everybody, welcome and join us. Hello, welcome. Welcome. You know what? So let me tell you about my imposter syndrome. I've been saying I can't find my phone. I've been looking for my phone for the past 30 minutes. I just found it. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Oh my goodness. My imposter syndrome is in full effect today. I don't know, I can't handle, all those things are live and in person happening right now. So welcome everybody, Tiffany Fossmeyer Mathias here. Tiffany Mathias, day 517, imposter syndrome unmasked. Please come on in and join us. Hello, Miss Howard. Hello, Cheryl Howard. Stacy, I see you coming in. Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. We're going to be talking about imposter syndrome, analyzing exactly what that is, or rather defining it. Exactly what is imposter syndrome and how it shows up in our lives. Good morning, Adam. How are you, brother Adam? Good morning.
I'm good, Tiffany. How you doing?
I'm well, thank you. You at the gym again this morning?
Yes.
I really wish I had your dedication to be there like that, but I don't.
But you know, it's on the mind, Tiffany.
Yeah. Yes, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hello, Miss J. Divine. Welcome. Welcome.
Good morning.
Hey, Candace. How are you, my sister? How are you?
Good morning. Very well. Sending blessings.
Yes, thank you. Good morning. Hi, Miss Laura. How are you this morning? Good morning.
Doing great. Thank you, Tiff.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, Cheryl. Welcome in day 517.
Good morning.
Yes, you too, Facebook. Welcome into the space. Good morning.
Grand Risings.
Grand Rising, Cheryl. So if you're just joining the space, I'm inviting everyone to please get paper, pen, a notebook, a journal, open up the notes tab in their phones so that we can just do some journaling, some writing, take some important notes. This is part 1 of a part 2 series. So you're gonna wanna be able to refer back to today when I come back. Thank you. Ooh. Sip my tea. All right.
Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Wake up, everybody. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. Stay woke. Stay woke. Stay woke. It's time to get up. We're healing, we're dealing, we're growing. Together, releasing. We're teaching, we're moving. Together, transform me together, together.
Hello, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to this magnificent Monday. I am Tiffany Mathias. I am your facilitator today, and we are going to be talking about imposter syndrome. So I did a bit of a session back in December on imposter syndrome. And through some feedback and some follow-up questions, I decided I'm going to come back and we're going to dive a little bit more into this topic. So I am a indie author. I am the founder of the Phoenix Center for Youth Development, which is a youth organization working with youth to empower them and teach them how to be and show up in the world as the best and truest forms of themselves. Many of you know and recognize my face as you have facilitated, and I have admin for you. So I am so happy to be here with you all this morning. So thank you for joining us. We're going to jump in and we're going to dive right in, since this is a 30-minute session, on what is imposter syndrome. So can you, if you could please put up the first slide. Thank you. So, according to psychologists, imposter syndrome is a psychological condition that is characterized by persistent doubt concerning one's abilities and accomplishments, accompanied by the fear of being exposed as a fraud, despite evidence of one's ongoing success. All right, we could take that down. And so I'm going to let you all know, full transparency, I live in full-blown imposter syndrome. All right. I constantly question myself, my accomplishments, my blessings. Have I truly earned them? And to the point that it became crippling in my career. It became something that showed up in the workplace. It showed up in my home with my family. And so I'm a firm believer that if I need to hear it, so does someone else. So there are 5 types of imposters, and I'm going to be asking the participants to join in shortly. So this is when it's time for you to start taking down those first notes. So we're going to put up the next slide, and we are going to see who these 5 imposters are that show up in our lives. All right. So if anybody wants to speak, raise their hand. We're looking for readers. We want to see who these imposters are. We have the perfectionist, the superwoman or man, the natural genius, the socialist, and the expert. Do I have anybody willing to come on and read and share with us? Because I could do it, but I feel somebody's imposter is holding them back. All right, so I'm going to dive in. So the perfectionist. This person sets exceptionally high goals for themselves. When they do not reach the goals, they feel self-doubt and worry about measuring up. All right. So if that resonates with you, write it down. You're the perfectionist. The superwoman or man often pushes themselves to work harder and harder to measure up to expectations of others. So that superwoman, that superman is out to do or accomplish not for their own self, like the perfectionist, but for other people. So if you are a superwoman or a superman, write it down. And yes, it is possible to have more than one of these syndromes. The natural genius believes that asking for help or assistance will reveal a sign of phoniness or unworthiness. So this person does not ask for help. This person feels that asking for help or assistance, if you're learning something, you're in a classroom, they have a question that they want to ask, but they never raise their hand because then they will feel judged and that they're not as smart as they're supposed to be. So if you're a natural genius, write it down. All right, the soloist. The soloist measures their self-worth on how much or on how they know or push to know it all. So the soloist doesn't want any help at all. They know everything. They don't need any help. This is their lane. They know how to drive their lane. They're going to stay in their lane. They are out there to do it by themselves. And then lastly, we have the experts. Sets high expectations for themselves, judges themselves harshly based on getting it right the first time. Now, I have a couple of experts in my life, and when an expert shows up in my life, it can be very draining on myself. So if you are an expert, write it down. So I saw some responses being dropped in the chat. Yes, Jennifer, it is possible to have all of those. We can take the slide down. And so, yes, I saw some responses being dropped in the chat. So myself personally, depending on where it is in my life I'm doing something, these imposters show up differently. At home, I am a soloist. If you do so, you either have to do it exactly how I want it done or don't do it at all. And I'm going to say that came from something I was raised with by my grandfather, who said, if you want something done right, you do it yourself. Anyone ever heard of that before? If you want something done right, you do it yourself. Yeah, that planted the seed of being a soloist, because as far as I was concerned, nobody was going to be able to do it right. I might as well do it by myself, to the point that my soloist actually has shot herself in the foot. My husband no longer helps me with the laundry because when we first got together, he came with me to the laundry one time. We were folding the clothes, and every time he folded something and it wasn't folded how I wanted to fold it, I took it and refolded it. So I'm going to call on audience participation now. Who wants to come in and share who their imposter is? Don't be shy. I got time. I could wait.
Well, you have some fuel here in the chat, so got Z saying she's a perfectionist, a superwoman, natural genius. So no, I'm sorry. Those are the titles. Sorry, Z.
I see. Okay. So Jennifer, you are a superwoman, perfectionist, genius. Come on in here with your wonder powers. Come on. Are you able to join us, Jen? There
Yeah.
you go. How are you this morning, my sister?
I'm okay. I'm good. Thank God. I'm good.
Awesome.
But it's funny. It's just ironic that this is the topic this morning. Because this is exactly, where I'm at right now. Like, I think Superwoman really speaks to me the most.
Okay.
And the effect that it has on me right now, I just feel like I'm overdrawn, it's just a lot.
Great. So when your superwoman imposter shows up, where does she show up at the most? Is it professional? Is it personal?
Both.
All right. So we could tackle both as superwomen, or we can look at one, pinpoint something, and begin to work specifically on that. So what do you want to talk about today? Do you want to talk about your superwoman showing up at work or in your personal life?
We'll do personal life.
All right. So when your superwoman shows up in your personal life, what happens?
So my father is not well. And so what it looks like is all of my energy and attention goes to that, to the point where I'm not doing things that I need to do for myself, and I'm not taking care of myself. And so, just, like when it feels like things are just like going wrong, it's like, no, I've got it. I'll take care of it. And then I do. And so, in a very big, for instances, recently he was in the hospital. So what that looks like is me going to the hospital and spending my time there. At night, like when I really need to be getting things done for myself. And so because I want him to do well, I just find myself, like going over there and doing that instead of taking care of me.
Okay. So do you know what happens when a well runs dry? You're giving and giving and giving of yourself. Yes, this is your father, and he is in a stage in his life where he needs you to be his caregiver. But if you do not put something back into yourself and take your cape off, take your Wonder Woman cufflinks off, and sit down and put something back into yourself, will you still be able to continue to operate and then still show up for him as his caregiver?
No, like, yeah, no,
All right.
like that's like exactly like, yeah, no, I won't.
All right. So since we're talking about super women, super men, and everything like that, let's think about it. Batman had the Batcave, right?
Hmm.
Superman, and it didn't run around as Superman every day. Sometimes he was Clark Kent, Wonder Woman. All of these superheroes have some place where they go back to take off the costume, replenish into themselves, maybe lick some wounds and heal, bandage up the cuts and bruises and everything like that before they go back out.
Mm.
So you have to be able to take care of yourself first before you take care of someone else. When we're on a plane and we're flying, one of the first things they tell us in the event of, an accident or something is going on, we have to put on our own oxygen mask, our own life vest before we help someone else. Because we can't be going down and then trying to save somebody else. We'll take them down with us. And so in essence, when we show up as super people and do not replenish back into ourselves or take time for ourselves, what we're actually going to end up doing is bringing down everyone and everything around us that we're actually trying to save.
Mm.
Yeah. All right.
Thank you. Yeah.
So before we go, I want you to think of, and you could not give us an answer right now, you can drop it in the chat. I want you to think of at least 2 things that you can do for yourself that are going to help replenish your strength as this super person, as this caregiver in your father's life.
Oh, put the juicer together and start juicing.
There you go. There you
Um,
go.
and it's, funny because this is stuff that like I tell other people to do, and it's just ironic because these are words that I need to hear myself right now. So put together the juicer and a consistent yoga practice, like more than just what I'm doing right now.
There you go, Jennifer. You're going to juice, which means you're going to nourish your body. And then you're going to partake in your yoga practices, which is going to strengthen your spirit.
Right.
And then you'll begin to feel not just like a super person, but just as a regular person. We don't have to be super all the time.
Mm.
Thank you, Jennifer. All right.
Thank you.
Who else wants to come in here with their imposter? I saw a couple of other ones dropped in here. So we have the perfectionist and the soloist from Terry. Terry, you're vibing for me. I'm feeling your vibes coming off. You can come on in here with me.
Great morning.
Good morning, Terry. How are you?
I am marvelous today.
All right.
My soloist will leave me just doing things by myself, when in fact there might be others who can assist. And I also related with the soloist, I related to the superwoman, because I remember in my younger years, I chuckled when you said you went behind your husband. I would go behind the folks in my house and I would rewash dishes because they weren't clean enough to me. I would remop floors, and you lose that support that you might have
Mhm.
And at another point in your life, when those things are not as poignant, and you would just like somebody to assist you, you now set up a paradigm where it's all on you, and they're afraid to even touch it because you have so much gone behind them. So I'm learning to let go. And it's funny how life experiences will have something occur in your life to let you know that those things are not that important. Sometimes it's about the camaraderie, and it's about a sense of family, and that we talk family, but sometimes our actions don't uh, perpetuate what we're actually talking, which is inclusion and allowing people to be themselves. And the other thing that I dropped in the chat is that I had to learn that somebody doing something different than me did not make it wrong.
Terry, come on in here with that. Just because they didn't do it the way that you would do it does not mean it is done wrong. Those clothes were folded and would fit in the drawer. They would go in the closet. Some of the stuff, how about some of the stuff that I was sitting there unfolded needed to be hung up when we got home anyway? Like, how crazy is that we do this to ourselves? You said something about going back behind and rewashing dishes because they weren't washed, good enough for you. Okay.
Mhm.
Dishes is usually one of the first chores we give our children when they're growing up, to teach them about these things. Instead of going behind and redoing the dishes, what else could have been done?
A whole bunch of other stuff. Because then I got sick and I was just appreciative of somebody doing anything.
Right.
And as opposed to redoing and redoing. It was done. I was like, oh, thank you.
Right.
Because I also learned that as you age, you're not always able to do things to that perfectionist level that we have sometimes put ourselves, and I put myself in. But the ability to keep things just going and living a decent life is more important, because then you get to enjoy life more. I gave up so much by being that woman who had the spotless house that you could eat off the floors. There was so much that was going on in my life that I missed out on, but I had the cleanest house in the world.
But you had the cleanest house in the world that you did by yourself.
Yes.
Did you really impart and teach responsibility to those others that were in your house, such as your children or your spouse who was there with you? What did we really teach them by going behind them and doing it ourselves? We did one or two things. The first thing we did is we missed out on an opportunity to really teach something when it comes down to cleaning the house and maintaining. And the second thing we did is we also made them feel like they were less than, like your best wasn't good enough for what you just did. So there was a moment to miss something, an opportunity to develop, just in going behind and rewashing the dishes or refolding the laundry. And then again, as you said, the truth of the matter is, just because they do it differently doesn't mean it's done wrong. When a soloist shows up at a workplace, especially if you're a person of a leadership capacity, do you understand that you're missing an opportunity to develop your staff, to develop the people around you, to make your team bigger, better, and stronger? So yeah, we have to learn how, as if you're a soloist, how to be able to pass the buck, how to delegate and develop. All right. So Terry, before we go, I want you to think of one or two things that you can do to release your soloist. So you could drop it in the chat. You could write about it in your journal, because I'm coming back and we're going to dive more into these. We're going to identify them today. And then when we come back for part 2, we're going to address them and figure out how to take that mask off and eliminate having that imposter in your life. So go ahead, Terry.
So it's really funny. At the job, I am a real team player. But at my home, that's where a lot of my soloist behavior occurs. And I think some of it is trauma from growing up. So I developed almost two personas.
Yeah.
I have my home persona and I have my work persona. And sometimes they're two different people. So soloists in my home would be sometimes I had to learn to just sit back, and people would try to stick their toe in the water. And my job was to let them put their toe in the water and be quiet. Don't say anything, don't criticize anything, because that was their way of trying to get back in the game. And I had to learn, let them get back in the game at their pace and just show gratitude and appreciation.
There you go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna allow some of that soloist to show up, not at home. Wait, soloist is at home, right?
Yes.
All right. So we're gonna allow that team player from work to show up as a soloist at home. Let things fall back. Let other people do it. Because at the end of the day, all we need is it to be done. We just need the dishes to be done. All right, Terry?
Yes.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
So Kenyofu, can we put up the third slide, because we're gonna need it and the information on it. As I said, we're identifying these imposters today. And then when I come back for our next session, we are going to tackle that imposter. So slide 3 has some information on it that we need.
Okay, before I forget, I want to share the 2 Facebook comments. And
Great.
one is from Teresa, and she's a soloist superwoman, Teresa Plaskett.
Okay.
And the next one is Jem McBean. She's a soloist natural genius.
Okay. Thank you very much for sharing, Teresa and Jem. I greatly appreciate that. So this information is for you. So these are the characteristics of imposter syndrome: an inability to realistically assess your competence and skills, attributing your success to external factors, berating your performance, fear that you won't live up to expectations, overachieving, sabotaging your own success, self-doubt, setting very challenging goals, and feeling disappointed when you fall short. So take a picture of this, screenshot it. Your assignment to have ready for when I come back for part 2 is a response to at least 3 of these characteristics based on who or what your imposter is. So if you are, say, a soloist and you are setting goals for overachieve, or you're a genius and you're overachieving, what is something that you can do within yourself that is going to counterbalance this overachieving? We could either think about, why is there a need to be an overachiever? Where did that come from? Self-doubt. If you are sitting here doubting your abilities, your skills, what it is that you are able to do, give a couple of examples of what it is that you can do to eliminate self-doubt. It could be doing affirmations. It's speaking positively into yourself. Oh, I want you all to think about who your imposter is, what those characteristics are, and ways to overcome them. Because the truth of the matter is, we are living in a mindset that we do not have to live in. We're putting this on ourselves. We're our own harshest and biggest critics of ourselves. And it is time we stop being so harsh on ourselves, love on ourselves a little bit, and take the mask down and release the imposter. So I'm complete. We have some energy in the room. Is there anyone who has a question that they want to add before we pop off? Yes, no questions? Okay, so we're gonna be complete with the session. Kenyofu, if you wanna start putting up the closing slides, we could do that. So everyone, here is my special offer. Now this offer is for people who are ages 14 to 21. I have founded an organization called the Phoenix Center for Youth Development, and we are getting ready to do a 3-day boot camp for job readiness. So for those youth who have youth in their lives that are between the ages of 14 to 21, and you live in the New York City area, we're going to be offering from February 23rd, 24th, and 25th, a 3-day boot camp in which we're going to be preparing those youths for SYEP opportunities and summer employment. So we're going to be covering resume writing, interview skills, and onboarding. So we're partnering with Bridge Street Development Corp here in Brooklyn and the Big Apple Leadership Academy for the Arts. So if you have a loved one in your life between the ages of 14 and 21, please have them register at baller.org/events so that they can partake in this workshop. It is free $99. Love that price. So please have them register, and I'm looking forward to seeing them in your lives, those young ones in your lives in the session. Thank you. Next slide. Here is how you contact me. That's my phone number. You can find me on Facebook at Tiffany R. Mathias, on Instagram at @1_TruePhoenix. These are my email and my emails. So it's fozzie8575@gmail.com. If you are interested in having any information sent to you about the Phoenix Center for Youth Development, please email me at tmathias.pcyd@gmail.com. And as I said, I am an indie author. I write with a wonderful group of women called the Diamond Writers. This is our website. We are always looking for new writers. Every woman has a story to tell. Sorry, gentlemen, right now the Diamond Writers is for women. We have some wonderful events that are going to be coming up. So if you want some more information on our writing, more information on my upcoming projects involved with the Diamond Writers, you can email us here and we'll keep you on our mailing list to update you on what will be happening. Thank you. Next slide. Oh yes, here we go. Join us tomorrow, Tuesday, February 8th, where we have Stacy McLean, Miss Yogisha herself, for Transformation Tuesday, body language. What is your body saying to you? And then on Wednesday, we will have the wonderful Miss Tirsa Barnes here on Wednesday, February 9th. You are already enough. So to wonderful women following behind this week, please come back and join them. These ladies are phenomenal and amazing. Next slide.
Thank you, Tiffany.
You're welcome.
I also want to thank the new members. If they're out there, let us know. And then, we will give you our congratulations and welcome and all those good things. So you can let us know by typing in the chat, I'm new. You can type it in the Facebook comment section, I'm new. Don't hide and keep coming back. We're here 5 days a week. We're Zoom. You can find us on Zoom live Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 8:30, and Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 7:30. We're also streaming live on Facebook. And if you want to receive text alerts every morning, waking you up to say, hey, get up or get up on board, then you can do this right now. Open up a clean text and type in the number 74121 in the to section and type in Woo Nation in the comment section and press send. That's it. So tomorrow morning, you'll start receiving messages letting you know to jump on. So some of you, if you've been around for a while, you know that we have an anthology It's a book that's telling your story. And now that you have submitted your experiences, we're now looking at creating a title. So we need your input. You're going to go to bit.ly/Woo book title. And that will be dropped in the chat. So when you go there, it's a short survey, and you will see these title possibilities, and you also have a space for you to create your own. And that could be whatever it is that spirit tells you. So please do go to bit.ly/Woo book title. And so you're going to put that in your browser, press enter, and then you'll be given the form to fill out.
Pardon me for interrupting. Correction on that. This is the last round, so you have to choose one from the 5 that are here. And we're not taking new. We're trying to get to hone in on what we're going to use. So not taking any new suggestions. That was the first round.
Oh, okay, got it. Thank you, Z.
My pleasure.
And so we have swag. Yeah, get your swag, bit.ly/Woo swag. And you have many choices. You can use a mask and, be walking on the street. People can see, wake up everybody, and it's a great conversation starter. Or you can wear, you can wear your bag. We have a journal for you to take notes on when you're here. And we have a laptop sleeve. Protect your laptop as you travel. We have mugs, and we have thermoses, we have t-shirts, and we have sweatshirts. Lots of things to choose from. So go to bit.ly/Woo swag. See what works for you. I'm going to ask you to stay in touch. So you want to register every week so that you can be on the mailing list. Even if you registered last week, you want to register this week, and you also want to register the week after, because every week is a new week with a new lineup of people. And we also invite you to join our Facebook pages. We have 2 of them. One is a private page and one is a public page. So we are streaming live right now to our private page. It's the group. You go to bit.ly/Woo community, and you will answer questions and then wait to be approved. And in that page, you'll be able to see the history of presentations. You'll be able to see what our members are saying and doing, what the facilitators are saying and doing. You will be able to comment if you so choose. We have our public page. Our public page is like a business card. Go to bit.ly/Woo Nation, uppercase Woo Nation, and click like while you're there. We have Instagram and YouTube, and we have an email address if you'd like to communicate with us, info.wakeupseries@gmail.com. Let us know your thoughts. And I'm going to stop the screen share. I'm going to ask everybody to mute so we can give Tiffany our thanks and gratitude for this great presentation.
Thank you, Tiffany, for this great presentation.
Tiffany, for all of the knowledge and being here with
Thank
us
you,
today.
baby.
Appreciate
Love y'all,
everything
everyone, and let's
to
move
us.
forward.
Tiffany,
Without
that's
taking
important.
Empower
As I'm
people.
working on my
appreciate you sharing and helping revealing.
listen,
Appreciate that.
so far
Thanks for
all
being
over
here today.
and new levels and new levels, new levels, new levels.
Let's move forward,
Really
everybody.
appreciate it. Love you, baby.
Yes.
Have a blessed,
Everybody have a fabulous week.
best love, y'all.
Thank you.
Later, guys.
Let's check those imposter syndromes, y'all.
Yes, y'all
Know it.
I'm coming back. Y'all better do your homework.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
You're welcome, Miss Terry. Thank you. You too. You're welcome. Have a great day. Thank you, everyone.